feel like they're not going to win too many times.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because they're the Jets. Oh, right now, if we're looking at bans, if I was the blue side here, you gotta take away Interest Karthus. You cannot let the man get on Karthus.
Yep, his Karthus and his Azir are his absolute best one-tricking champions.
On the flip side, though, I think Azir is a much less dangerous position than Karthus because of the fact, like, Karthus is still a fairly meta pick. Yes, it is mostly in jungle, but it can still be flexed in mid lane, and he's got 250 games on Karthus with a 60% win ratio in Diamond. Yes. Do not let this man play Karthus, even if he is playing it mainly in jungle.
It's almost instant. What's the thing is that he could pick it and then flex to jungle or mid, which is always why it's exciting to see him being the first pick. Do want to say, just as a quick introduction, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 1 of XLNC Shoutcasting. I'm Jake Kelton, both your host and play-by-play caster, joined by Hypertension. We're going to be casting only free play games tonight, and so if you're interested in playing, make sure to in the Twitch chat, drop the exclamation point join. If you're looking for more information, exclamation point play will also give you the details on what this is all about. So with that Azir ban, I'm wondering if Plakinators, which is on the blue side, if they're baiting Intra to play the Karthus. And the reason why I say that is because there's been a couple of times that they've purposefully, teams that are playing against Intra, well, a particular player will either decide, you know what, I feel super strong, I want to play against the Karthus, let me try to do that, so let him pick up the Karthus, or they will pick it because they have a counter pick. In this case, they just ban it away anyway, just to play it safe.
Yeah, and also, I would say, I love seeing the Shaco ban away, because Jester, Foul Jester, I mean, he has the name for a reason. It's kind of like Shay Clone, or like anyone who has that sort of like Clown or Shaco-based name, is you know that they're a Shaco one trick. 124 games played on Shaco this season for Jester, a combined 7 on other champions in rank.
He's insane. He loves to play him in the top lane, but is also exceptional in the jungle. He basically streams him just one-tricking Shaco all the time, and it's a personal favorite of mine just to lurk in his channel and enjoy the ridiculous situations when he escapes with, 50 health or something insane.
If we are going to see like these lane assignments, I do think that Gwydion will go for the jungle. I think Intra will go into the mid lane with that Ziggs. Now, with that in mind, Zeno, of course, is the next person to pick up. I don't expect him to pick a Yasuo. I mean, he's an 80 carry player, mostly in solo queue, from what I'm seeing. So I'm expecting more of that, unless he does play solo lane for their team, in which case I don't know. But in Aurelia here, a little bit weird. I do understand like they kind of have to pick their 2 champions blind, but it is a little. It does hurt them to have to pick both their solo lanes blind, especially in this meta.
Yeah, and well, one of the things is that sometimes, especially because everyone's going to be on chat, they will discuss and trade different champions, and so usually, Dappy Heel, who's actually in the Twitch chat right now, plays a lot of Yasuo, and so people will actually first pick Yasuo for him to play, and then swap those champions later. But with Zeno grabbing that Irelia, it's probably for that top lane, gonna be simple roles, people picking for the roles they want to play. Caboose now is a support main, normally plays Morgana or Thresh. Curious to see if he's actually going to lock into Soraka. Nope, he's going to pull out the Thresh. Okay, Hypertension, get ready, because you're about to see some spicy Thresh gameplay.
But I'm more interested in this Vladimir, because Vladimir, for those of you that don't know, in my opinion, Vladimir is one of the most broken champions. People don't understand how much damage he is in late game, and the fact that he can basically 1v3 in a late game fight, and it's really hinging around the fact that he can still charge up the Tides of Blood while in the Sanguine Pool. It's not a really... It doesn't have much counterplay in those late game fights because, in fact, he does become untargetable. The only thing that can stop him really is a tether, and if you time it right, you're not going to get the tether off on him. So it really does sort of hinge on the fact that they are sending Jester into the top lane. They're sending their most mechanically skilled player on one of the most strong champions on this patch into a solo lane here against Zeno. So now it will be on the Zeno sort of to not hard lose that lane. Also, I'm wondering about that Rengar ban, given that they've already picked out a Mastery Yi.
It could be because they're thinking the Master Yi. No, okay, that might be for the top lane. Plak is normally an ADC main. Arcane Vixen also plays ADC. One of them probably going to be in that top side. There's a player who's played on the stream a number of times before, Briar, who makes a top lane Rengar look like it should be meta and played in pro. He's just incredibly good at that champion and in the top side. I'm still not sure that Plak or Arcane Vixen play Rengar that much, but I don't know.
Even then, with Rengar's mainly auto-attack based style, given the fact that his Q is technically coded, I believe, as an empowered auto-attack, and the fact that that Aurelia's ultimate actually negates auto-attacks, I would think that you wouldn't be too afraid of going into a Rengar in the top lane as an Aurelia. I do see that these bottom laners are being banned away here. You do see the Vayne and the Kai'Sa. Other than Kai'Sa's much better ban than the Vayne at the moment. I'm a little bit surprised that we don't see any Lucian bans, just because like Lucian is so strong, especially with Nami. I'm trying my hardest not to crap on Nami as a champion because I hate her so much, but I'm gonna go with it.
Okay, so Xayah was picked up as a counter, or to counter-picked against Arcane Vixen. Arcane Vixen is a very good Xayah. Has shown good proficiency on it before on stream, and so I'm gonna guess very strongly that Juan picked that solely to take it away from Arcane Vixen. However, might not be thinking about Plak, who showed a fantastic Lucian last time he played on stream.
Yeah.
So Arcane Vixen.
That's the thing is, I see the Lucian and I think it's like, okay, this just opens up a chance. Because also when you look at Vixen, we're probably going to see the Ahri here because that is her most played champion. And now you will have the Ahri into that Ziggs. That's naturally a Ziggs counter because he doesn't really have any good way to get Ahri off of it. She can pursue, and then kill him because he does not have any reliable escape. He does not have any super reliable hard CC to really negate any sort of engage there. And now this creates an interesting situation here with the Camille jungle. There's no real tank for the side, for the side of the red, for the red side, which means that come those late game fights, it's going to be really hard for them to stand up to Jester's Vladimir. Even if he doesn't start scaling, even if he doesn't start snowballing, he will still scale. Even an 0-3 Vladimir can nuke someone in about 35 minutes. It doesn't matter how late to the game, how far behind he is, if you are late game as Vladimir.
Yeah, that's the call to the late game saying, you know what? Well, that's the interesting thing about Plakinators is they've got that late game Vladimir, but they also have the super early game Lucian, the early to mid game Master Yi and Ahri. On Team Coinflip, they have some early game champions of that Camille and Ziggs, but they also have the late game Xayah. So should be pretty interesting to see how they match up. Let's roll it really quick. Let's run through the players and their champions and then break down these compositions a little bit more. For the side of Plakinators, we've got Gwyndion Atlantes with the Master Yi in the jungle, Foul Jester on the Vladimir in the top lane, Caboose with the Thresh support, Plak 1-2-3 on the Lucian in the AD carry role, and Arcane Vixen rounding him out with Ahri in the mid lane. And then for the side of Team Coinflips, we've got Intra with the Ziggs in the mid lane, Xeno taking Aurelia to the top lane, Charan, Nami on the supportive role with that aggressive Ignite, Juan taking the Xayah AD carry, and Hero with the jungle Camille, which I haven't seen in a while, but those level 2 ganks can be incredibly powerful.
The ganks are good. The problem is, though, that it doesn't really hard stun. I believe that it doesn't hard stun jungle cancing.
So going to be a little bit slower in that jungle.
Well, it's not that it's as slow on the clear, it's that it's a lot less healthy. So at least they're much more prone to getting invaded. But then again, it's a Master Yi. This is one of those picks where Camille jungle is just inherently better because she can do a lot better invading against Yi, who, you know, notoriously has a weak early game, whereas the Camille's punishable early game on healthy clear cannot be punished by the Master Yi because it's Master Yi.
Well, there's also a lot of targets that I'm seeing Master Yi being able to be pretty effective at when ganking in those. I'm thinking kind of early mid-game skirmishes, once the team fighting is starting to break out, you've got a super squishy Nami and a super squishy Ziggs. If you're able to alpha strike to them, get a reset off of them, wait for Xayah to come down from her ultimate, alpha strike to her on repeat, you'll be okay. However, the stunning potential out of the flawless duets from Irelia or Camille is going to be that CC counter to Master Yi, so he's going to have to play safe and being able to sidestep those.
Yeah.
This is really
The
interesting.
big problem with that Yi is that by blind picking it, you've allowed them to create a composition that makes Master Yi's life a living hell. You have so many tools to actually be able to, for lack of a better word, to cuck the Master Yi. You have the Baby Cage. You have the Feather Storm into Blade Caller. You have the Tidal Wave and the Bubble. You have the Vanguard's Edge, which will make him unable to auto-attack, which he has to do. And even the Ziggs, you can knock him back. Yes, you can't slow him, but you can knock him back, making him waste even more time and giving your team more time to set up a good response.
So if you're looking at the two compositions as a whole, which team would you say has the highest likelihood of being able to actually win? And we're not looking at ranking, we're simply looking at the champions picked. Which team do you think are going to take the win?
Based on the champions, I'm going to go with the Plakinators just because I think that their composition does overall have a more cohesive style, and I think that they are going to have the bulk late game in the fact that they do have a Vladimir, they do have a Thresh, they actually have bulk, unlike the side of Coinflip, who have no bulk to speak of. Like, Aurelia gets kinda tanky, Camille gets kinda tanky, but it's not going to be enough to prevent getting cut down by a Vladimir.
So without a tank, which also seems to be kind of sort of the meta at the moment, at least in these games for the stream, we very rarely see any major tanks being picked up in the couple of recent weeks. You can see, though, potentially they were picking these champions for the skins. Those Invictus Gaming skins, pretty fantastic. If you guys are sitting in the chat right now, feel free to make your bet as to, well, which team you think is going to win. Hypertension says Plakinators on the blue side, so I'm going to have just a little bit of fun, and I'm going to bet on the red side just because. And I'm going to bet myself some 55 points. You're betting all 300 on the blue. That is some serious commitment. You got to put an exclamation point in front of blue. But Zappy Heal, you got yourself 2 points. That means that the bot should be registering you now. I'll see if, while we're still loading into the game, if I can actually find you.
I lowered my bet.
You lowered your bet? I don't know if you could do that. Oh, you did.
I just did.
Because you didn't go through the first time. Yeah, there you go. All right, so Hypertension doesn't have quite as much faith in the blue team. We'll see which team.
Oh no, it's just that I need to realize it. Don't bet. Don't gamble the whole thing away.
Aw, come on. You gotta commit. You know, you gotta feel it all in. I'm gonna check in.
That doesn't work out too well for the Jets, now, does it?
No.
Or the Giants, for that matter. Feels bad, New York. So now, with that underway, like I said, in this early game, I'm looking at the bottom lane. I'm looking at that Nami. I'm looking at that Xayah, the Lucian, Thresh, that 100% wife steal bottom lane, the side of the Platinum.
Yeah, that Thresh Lucian, pretty darn a good combination, especially early on to the game. And kind of what you were talking about earlier with that Vladimir being a late game carry that you can kind of lean on, especially if he hasn't been hard stumped in the early game. Early game people that can carry Lucian, if he picks up a couple of kills, can definitely be a star in that bottom lane. And combined with the Thresh and knowing Cody, who plays this, he's changed his name 100 times, but this time playing Caboose. This could be a deadly bottom lane, especially pre-6 before the Xayah gets that ultimate.
Yeah, and also on the stream, I could see it right now. I could see the thing that makes me sweet.
Say that again?
I said, I miss Creator Suite.
Oh, yes.
But now we are into game, ladies and gentlemen, and look at this. The early game will be very hinged for the side of Team Coinflip, because I feel like they're their late game is going to be weaker because of the fact that they don't have the both, they won't have the Vladimir, they won't have the Yi to be able to do it. Whereas they will have that Xayah, but that'll only help you out so much, especially when like there is a lot of damage and a lot of ability to go untargetable from the side of Plakinators.
All right, well, no Vladimir joining for the mastery spam in the mid lane. But showing off a little bit of pride is going to mean that Thresh takes a small touch of damage as that Ziggs bomb bounces right through. But we've got an exciting game number 1 because it's an Infernal Drake to start the game off, which always makes things extra spicy. So we'll see which team runs for that. As we've talked about the late game options with that Vladimir, if he has a couple Infernal Drakes, will become even more of a monster. But talking about the junglers, if Camille's got better pressure in the jungle because of invades and because of her high mobility, then she should be able to, in theory, be able to pressure this Infernal Drake start more than the Yi, depending on where the game state is once they actually get around to it.
Absolutely. The fact of the matter is that this Camille does have a lot, not only more ganking pressure, but a lot of invade pressure come in the earlier levels on this Yi because of her hook shot, having that stun, you having the true damage to follow up upon, the tactical sweep, the fact that she has the shield early game. She has a lot of strong early to mid game tools, which Yi lacks. He really needs to hit those levels 15, 16 to do it. And also, this bottom lane, it looks
level
already
2,
here on the top
Camille
lane.
coming in, trying to jump in onto the Vladimir. There's the hop, forces the flash, but it's actually flash for flash. So Hero investing that flash in super early. Nothing too much game, but I'd say that's one out by Plakinators because Vladimir, once he gets his level 2 pool, can still play super safe.
Yeah, the big part about that is that they're
Hold on, the flash play from the Thresh. He's dead, it's going to miss, but Charan still taking a massive amount of damage. The heal not taken by the Xayah, so Nami just able to heal herself and get herself out. Looking like she wants to stick around instead of recalling. That could get pretty dangerous.
Yeah, the biggest part, like the whole biggest mistakes and all that fight. One, in the top lane, Hero actually didn't need to flash. He could have just walked up a little bit more, gone for the back wall, which would have actually gotten him right to the face of Vladimir. And people don't realize how long that hookshot range is. It actually is about the same as flash, so you would have been guaranteed the stun there. You're not only getting Jester's flash, but also some follow-up damage on it. So really, it was kind of a wasted flasher. You could have just gotten it for nothing. And then the bottom lane, good pressure by the early game bottom lane of Plak and Caboose. But the fact that the death sentence miss really made them miss the opportunity to get the kill onto Anne.
All right, well, as we see Camille kind of, as you talked about, counter jungling the Yi on that top side. But Yi's clearing out her bottom side, so we'll see where the junglers decide to actually go from there. Could be grouping up towards that mid lane, especially pre-6. Ahri can be a fairly easy champion to get on top of as long as you're able to dodge out of that charm because she doesn't have the spirit rush of her ultimate. But Camille gonna stay on the backside for now and not worry about trying to burn any more flashes. Maybe waiting for her own flash to come up before trying something again.
So one thing to notice is that Plak actually, well, I would say with the, oh no, top line.
Wait, Xeno's still going to be going in underneath the turret in a beautiful pool by Flower Jester and Xeno. That had to have been a BM. I think he's pinging question marks on him. Even Vladimir pinging a question mark. I wonder if that was a mistake or something. Or just a plain BM. Well, well, I mean more like if that was a glitch, if there was something that happened to the character, but I'm going to call that uncalculated BM. As first blood goes over to Vladimir on the top side for Plakinators.
Yeah, I was saying either way, mistakes were made, stuff happened. But moving back on, I was going to say that on the bottom side, Plak.
Good bubble onto the Lucian. However, the flame from the Thresh, that sentence gonna miss, but Juan's still in trouble. All right, Juan able to get out for now, but the heal was burned. Plak still has his heal up as well, but the ignite is down on Thresh for a while. So the bottom lane from Coinflips should be a little bit safe for now, just farming underneath the turret.
I'm a little bit curious as to where the CS lead for Juan went. He was up by about 15 CS at one point, and then it's just gone. Plak made a sort of questionable back right into just to get the extra longsword, And now,
oh, nice bubble from Char and setting things up. Camille's coming in for the gank. Black is coming in, trying to finish off Juan, but he might go down. That's the heal from Nami to take out that first kill for Team Coinflips. Here we're going to jump in, not making the same mistake twice, and despite being hooked up by Thresh, going to give the kill over to Juan, getting that Xayah started off pretty strongly. In the meantime, there are pings onto the Yi counter gank or counter jungling on the top side, so Zeno may find this Yi in just a moment. Gonna go try to find the flawless duet. However, the Alpha Strike keeps Yi from being stunned for the moment. Gonna start to run away.
Very slowly.
Yeah, exactly. It's not quite as exciting as when he's got that level 6 speeding around.
Now, those early kills in the bottom lane going over to the side of Coinflips is actually disastrous for Plakinators, because they really needed to start snowballing through that lane. They needed the mid game to go well for them in the bottom half of the map, being that Ahri, Lucian, and Thresh. And now that's 2 kills going over to that. To that Xayah, to that Nami. But on the flip side, the fact that the Vladimir got that kill top lane really is bad for the side of Coinflip. It's one of those things like each team is taking 2 steps forward, but 1 step back.
We'll see if they can find a way to kind of recover from that. Yi's headed down on this top side, but he's going to be seen by this ward. There he is being pinged out. So Ziggs can play safe in response. I don't know if Vladimir knew that he was caught or just kind of sensed it. Heads back to that top side. Camille once again invading. However, we got a charm in the mid lane, but Arcane Vixen doesn't have the mana to follow up. And Camille not going to try to steal away the red buff.
I feel like that was a fight the hero definitely could have taken, especially for the fact that he already does have the challenging. I want to say that's a challenge, right? Oh,
Camille coming into the mid. That's what we talked about. However, Arcane Vixen is level 6, but with very low mana. Ziggs might try to find the kill with the bomb. He's got his own ultimate available, but no mana for that Mega Infernal Bomb. And so, looking like the Ahri going to be able to escape.
I still would have much preferred to see like that in mid lane, because I feel like at this point in the game, this is where Hero needs to apply his dominance. Oh, bottom lane.
And that's a hook onto the Nami. Char Ant should go down. The flash force out, but Lucian going to follow with his own flash. Make sure that the fish falls. No more chase onto the Xayah, but a good quick kill for Plakinators off of, once again, a nice engage by the Thresh. He's going to flash forward. Ooh, the Flay's going to miss. Is he going to find the death sentence? Oh, once! Got the blade recall. Those feathers slashing through Thresh's back. Lucian's still going to be chasing forward a little bit. Not going to go underneath the turret, though. So Xayah's just drinking and chugging potions, trying to get her health back up to catch this wave.
Yeah, and it is good now for the side of Plakinators that this Lucian is able to get this early gold. He spikes in the mid game, especially when he gets that Blade of the Ruin King, and then usually 1 or 2 more items. That's when he hits his strong look. But the Xayah getting kills really does hurt them because of how late she's preemptive pool. I think Zeno has DC'd.
DC'd or BMing, I'm not exactly sure myself. Might have had a DC issue earlier, and that's why he was sticking around underneath that turret. In the meantime, Yi caught out the enemy team's jungle. Didn't even need the help of Ziggs. Camille able to solo him out. Zeno back in. Might have been DC bait. We'll see. His Foul Jester going to be dropping low. The flash is gone. And Zeno picks up the kill. That was very clean. And I think it might have been that DC bait. Have you ever done one of those where you just stand still for a moment to make the enemy team think that you're DC when you're not?
I play Xerath, so no.
Okay. Oh, Arcane Vixen. Oh, that was so close with a Spirit Rush to try to get outside of Intra's ultimate. However, at a bad angle, comes close to Ziggs, and he still picks up the kill. So that is 1 kill over to Intra. As the fight continues, hold on, in the river. Hero dropping low, has the red buff, so forced to flash away. Wanted to keep that red buff. Will live, but with that flash down, it's going to be slow on those engages. Has yet to hit that level 6 as well.
So the good part about this early game right now for the side of the Coinflips is they are abusing their utility so hard. Like right now, if you think about it, the bubbles catching out Plak, I would say the stuns and the Vanguard's Edge catching out Jester. And then even then, the hook shot from Hero onto Atlantis, or Gwydion, I'm not sure if I'm saying that part right. It's all allowing them to snowball this early lead. Get this, they're still behind on CS and Jungle, which is the only lane in which they are actually like down in gold technically because of the CS discrepancy. But other than that, they are currently dominating this map and getting the job done.
Death sentence onto the Nami, double flay. Charan drops. Black is able to pick up another one. It's rooted up by the blade collar from the Xayah. However, grabs the shield from Thresh, gets out. Finally, you always see people ignoring Thresh's Lantern. We get to see a Caboose stepping forward aggressive again, trying to keep Xayah off of these minions, giving that CS advantage to the Lucian. As you're talking about earlier, though, the difference between the junglers, I checked the gold. It's only 100 gold difference. Well, it was 100 gold. It's now up to about 200 gold to 300. But yeah, not that much of a difference. 3-kill lead, but practically even in gold with that kill in the bottom lane.
Yeah, right now, the main portion of it is where the gold is going. It is very, very, very huge that this Xayah is getting so much fight top lane.
Yeah, you see what he can do. He's got the heal available. The Camille going to force out his flash, but flash from Zeno to go on and re-engage, find the kill onto Yi. And now Foul Jester walks into the stun. The follows who went from Zeno, trying to set up another one. However, that's a massive amount of damage to him. Play going to come through, not quite enough to kill Zeno. In the meantime, a little bit of fight between the mid laners as well. The Arcane Vixen catches out Intra, picks up a kill, and Camille chases down the Vladimir, ending up a total of a 1-for-2 trade in the favor of Coinflips once more. And I thought for a second I heard the dragon go down, but it was not.
No. But one thing that was very clean about that fight, though, that flash. No, but one thing about it was Jester actually, I didn't even know that you could do that because I thought it was technically tether. He found one of the few ways that you can actually escape or cancel the Hexacle Ultimatum mid-cast, and that is by going into the pool during the jump, but before the slam down. It actually makes Vladimir able to be completely void of all its effects while still dumping Hero's cooldown. So great play there by Jester, but overall it's a lead etched out by the Coinflips, and it really does come down to the fact that they're just executing it better. Except for in the mid lane where Intra did get caught.
Yeah, he tried to walk up far enough to be able to drop that ultimate. Would have been close to killing off I believe it was actually just zoning Foul Jester away from his own turret. However, when you got your camera off on the top side, you might not be seeing who's around you, as Gwyndian going to go in, being caught out by Hero. However, Intra is here. That's a lot of damage. Going to take down the Yi. Xeno once again fighting the Vladimir on that top side. We got fights going all across the map at the moment as Thresh. Caboose going to be kind of caught out for a moment on Intra. Here comes that ultimate from the Nami. He sidesteps it, but he's still going to go down, sidestepping into the Ziggs bombs. And now Plak with low mana, flashing away from Hero. Engage underneath the turret. The heal from Xayah keeps him alive. And the Mega Inferno Bomb to drop the Lucian. Intra picks up a second kill. That's going to be a couple of plates at least off that bottom lane turret.
I mean, I know it's the NFL draft tonight, but Intra is doing his best NBA impression there with these long balls. So very good play there by the side of the Coinflips. They did a very well executed bottom dive, got both of the towers, and that I'll say both the kills there. They're gonna pop the Blasco. Very smart there by Hero to make sure that there is no chance that the Yi could come in and try and steal it. Now he would have to burn his flash, which he doesn't have, so massively intelligent play there. Secures them the Infernal Drake. No even sort of contest. Very, very intelligent playmaking coordination there from the side of the Coinflips.
All right, 4 kills to 11. Coinflips definitely in the lead. Foul Jester, a little bit of trouble on the top side. Holds that pool. Wow. I don't know that I would have been able to do that. Butt clencher for sure. Camille rounding the bottom side of the mid lane. Maybe looking for a play onto Arcane Vixen. Decides against it.
You see, if I was Hero here, I would be making sure that Gwydion did not get any camp. The only way Yi can beat you at this point is by scaling. He can get the items and then just, outdo you. Right now, you are stronger than him. You can destroy him. And this is it. This is the kind of fight right here.
Gwyndian going in onto here. He's got the double buffs, the ultimate from the Camille. It's going to actually force out her flash because Yi is chasing down. She can't get over the wall. The Link Sweep not going to slow it down. However, the satchel charge from the Ziggs resets the fight. Yi goes down. Double buffs to the Ziggs. What a gorgeous satchel toss.
Okay, I was wondering why Hero just wasn't doing anything.
Oh, hold on. Spirit charge from Arcane Vixen. However, Spirit Rush might not save her. She's forced to flash to her own turret. Ziggs getting close to taking her down with the Mega Inferno Bomb. And that was Intra with most of his abilities on cooldown, still come out in the lead. Once Ari misses that charm, you lose a lot of pressure.
Yeah, in that fight, I was kind of wondering what all was going on and why Hero wasn't using any abilities here. Doesn't now get caught there. But oh no, Black, that's huge.
Oh, the Lantern, though, allows him to grab that. Lucian with the Lantern play once more. Burns the ultimate from both enemy bottom laners on Coinflip's side. So they're going to have to play on the defensive side for a while. However, The calling has been used by Lucian, so not going to be too aggressive there. Still have to wait for another hook or play from the Thresh. He's got the Nami once more, but Lucian's already gone. The flash from the Nami, keeping her alive, and now Juan has all day to chase this Thresh down. Couple more autos should be enough to secure the kill. If he gets away underneath the turret, okay, all right, movement speed, I guess, is OP. In the early game, as Vladimir's going to come in with the Hemo Plague. Started off, Juan going to take that burst damage. The flash forward from Flower Jester. He's gone pool underneath the turret. Needs one more ticket damage. That's the E-burst, and he takes down the Nami as well. Double kill to the Vladimir. Let's play in the mid lane. The the Ahri drops again. The engage from the Camille, setting up
Vladimir,
this
ladies
Ziggs for
and gentlemen.
success.
Vladimir, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I was talking about that champ. It's just...
Hashtag balanced. Yi might be finding himself unbalanced as Camille's gonna get the drop on him. Pool from Foul Gestures from Mega. Inferno Bomb not quite going to land. Intra always been a little bit on the edge with
hashtag still
those.
not as bad as Certainly T.
Zeno gonna flash the wolf to get the kill! I don't know if Vladimir was shopping while walking back, but when you're feeling that confident after your escape, you might not see a flashing Irelia who comes in. That's actually a decent amount of shutdown gold to Zeno.
So right now, one of the huge things I was talking about in the early game, before the game, was this Vladimir, and we did just see it in effect. Unfortunately for the side of the Plakinators, that's all they have. They are losing in every other role massively, except for maybe support. Caboose is getting some pretty good picks off on the Char, but overall, it's just they're overextending it, and Plat getting caught is just sending them too far behind. But right now, it is all coin flips on the map. They're up about 6,000 gold. They're up an Infernal Drake, about to be 3 towers. They're in complete and total control.
Except for
also,
the Vladimir.
Reeves watching the NFL draft, my man. Bad respect there.
With that Infernal Drake, they've set their stats up pretty well. Checking in the next Drake, going to be that Mountain Drake. Shelly, the Rift Herald, still available on the map for either team. But at this point, besides just trying to stall out the game and wait for Vladimir to just become a monster past the 25-minute mark, what is it that Plakinators can do to actually start to come back? You know, just shoring up their defenses and trying to stop bleeding these objectives?
Build bulky on the Thresh. Why are you building a Rod of Ages?
He needs the Zanyas, too.
No, like, he's building a Rod of Ages on Thresh.
Oh, on Thresh. Actually, I'm not super sure about that. Maybe we can get him in for an interview afterwards. Lucian goes down the top side. Caught out just a little bit solo farming. Not what you want to do. I'm sorry, you're not the greatest split pusher as that Lucian. So, talk about bleeding gold. They're still hemoplaguing.
So, one thing that people may not understand is that Thresh does have scaling of his AP with the souls. Oh, this is
Ooh, ultimate from Camille, gonna set Ziggs up. He's gonna drop another bomb. Take out the Vladimir. Gonna get 2 more kills, and that Vladimir going down is so critical for the side of Coinflips. Arcane Vixen seeing what she can do. However, there's a lot of healing on Char, and the Foxfire not gonna take down the Nami. Just a bit too healthy. The Xayah had to burn both flash and heal, but was able to escape.
Yeah, and okay, so I'm not quite understanding a couple things about the side of the Plakinator. I mean, Vixen, I think, should have enough to go back and buy the Luden's Echo. But, like, still, they are being set so far behind. And I think the suboptimal build from Caboose, when he really needs to be that front-line tank. Like, I know Thresh is not naturally a super tank. But still, you have to build bulky here if your team has any chance of coming back. You are not a source of damage. You have 4 other teammates to do that, especially if you're looking at magic damage. You have a Vladimir to do that. So right now, this Rod of Ages at 19 minutes, only having 1 stack on it, the game is probably going to be over before that thing hits 10 stack.
Maybe he's a little bit jealous of the Vladimir scaling, saying, you know what, I want to scale too. Let me try to build towards it. Not the most optimal option. However, again, keep in mind these are custom games, so they're a little bit on the for fun side, maybe trying something out, a build path that we certainly have not seen before, and I'm a support main. I play Thresh a pretty good amount. I have never built Rod of Ages on Thresh, so this is a new one for me for sure. Bottom side jungle vision being cleared out by Coinflips. Gwyndion gonna take a chunk of damage by Antra. Gonna go in with the ultimate. Is it gonna be enough? The Alpha Strike just resets onto a bomb. Oh, the Hextech explosives.
Wait, did he just hand over the blue buff?
Yeah, I think he did. Yep, so Zig's gonna get to push that top lane pretty hard.
No. Okay, the Ziggs already had them.
Oh, okay.
Because it resets whenever it transfers to a new person, and it's like take down to more than halfway from the Ziggs. Okay. So yeah, another kill going over. This is really just the point of the map in the game where the side of the Coinflips, they've got their primary damage items. They can start just building damage, and because there's no true tank for the side of the Plakinators, there's no real way for them to come back in this. Their fights will just go lost because they don't have the damage.
Thresh gonna jump forward, however, he's gonna be gone before he can do much more. It's good to have CC, but if you're dead, you can't do anything with it. Intra throws out the last bouncing bomb, not gonna catch out Aris, so she escapes for now. He's coming around from behind. Intra at half health, but Hero is full, and this is also a red buff Camille as well. Gwyndion, you tried this once before. Alpha strikes in, gets the slow, flashes for the last auto to kill. Hero was thinking about going underneath that turret, trying to finish off Ahri in the middle of recalling. Lucian's going to come around for the corner. Xayah as well coming in. Hero jumping in onto Gwyndion, sets up that Hextech ultimatum. The healing from Yi not going to keep him alive long enough as the Xayah comes in, steals away the kill. I'm sorry, secures the kill for the side of Coinflips, and 22 kills to 7. Things are looking pretty desperate for Plakinators.
Desperation is definitely a word I would use as an understatement right now. They are in the... Oh, that's a good pick.
Good pick, and the Thresh play as well. However, Lucian with Relentless Pursuit is going to position himself well enough to take down the Xayah. Thought it was close for a moment with a nice ultimate out of Juan, but they get themselves one. However, there's still...
No, they get themselves Juan.
They get themselves Juan, and they still got a long ways to go. They need to do that about 16 more times.
They just need to get themselves Cinco.
Oh, there you go.
Times by Trace.
They Cinco de Tres. And then you might be able to find yourself.
If any Spanish speakers are in the chat, tell me how to say multiplicate or times by in Spanish.
Cinco times de treso. Gwyndion.
That's racist.
Ooh, nice Alpha Strike over still goes down. Ziggs drop a foul Jester by a lot. The bouncing bomb still catches him out. Take the lantern! Death Sentence going to be dodged as well by Intra, who at this point is just straight up trying to BM a little bit. Plaque with a nice side step. However, the Irelia still here's the Inferno Bomb going to cause the Plaque to try to dodge away. Nice play. Forces the flash out of Irelia. So Zeno lives for now. Juan and Charan coming up from behind. So is the Camille. Looking to pressure this Mountain Drake. Intra looking for a kill. Plaque goes in, but the Zonya's out of the Ziggs. Keeps himself alive. It was just a broken stopwatch, but still survives. Lucian goes down. Another kill to Coinflips as the siege continues. Ahri's trying to try to go forward. Does find the kill on the Ziggs, but it's a Juan for Juan trade.
Yeah, no, but Juan actually didn't pick up either of those kills, which isn't too much of a bad thing when you have a 10-kill Ziggs here. But the thing that was still the main story of this game. Oh, Jester.
Gonna drop the ultimate. Oh, flash forward with the E as well. Is it gonna be enough damage? The ultimate from Nami, knocking him up for a moment. Juan able to escape for now, about 300 health here, coming in from behind as well, trying to set in. Has that ultimate available. Will she use it on the Yi? Probably doesn't need to. Takes up that kill, and now can turn onto Vladimir as well. He's gonna go ahead and hit that Zonya's, but the bubble from... Wait, hold on. He had Zonya's and a broken stopwatch his pool, trying to get him to escape. I was so confused how he went golden the second time because the bubble from Nami was timed so well. The troll was so good out of that Vladimir. Confused the casters. Still goes down.
Oh my god. I gotta see a clip of that. I'm clipping that. Because that is like... That was... I was just like, wait, he's golden for so long.
That's not a Bard ultimate. Zeno down to about a quarter health, fighting against 2. Throws out the ultimate. It's going to miss completely. So with the wave clear of Arcane Vix and Zari, they're able to defend this top lane inhibitor turret. Now we're at the 25-minute mark. Things are definitely in the advantage of Coinflips. They're 12,000 gold in the lead. But if things continue to stale out longer and longer, you're gonna have those 3 items completed on Vladimir. You're gonna be able to see Thresh actually hitting those 10 stacks on Rod of Ages, which is kind of ridiculous to say, but he will actually hit it. He's gonna find the death sentence. Hold on to the Irelia. Zeno may go down. The flawless duet will not save the Irelia. They've lost the mid lane turret and the Mountain Drake. It's the second Mountain Drake over to the side of Coinflips. Yi going in with that Alpha Strike. Let's see what he can do. Gets the kill onto the Nami. These are the resets. Alpha Strike should be able to use again. No, he can't use it because Ziggs is golden. He's still gonna go down though. Ari picks up the kill, and with that, they might actually turn onto the Baron despite the Camille still being alive.
That could be the Baron, but at the same time, the trick is the Camille will outsmite, and they have the Yi tanking up the Baron, which means he's going to actually die pretty quickly if he doesn't swap aggro.
Vladimir's here now. Actually, they're just letting Thresh with the Ohm Wrecker Rod of Ages Thresh. Is this the new meta build? The calling comes out from Solution. Juan coming in for the side, can't do anything. Hero a bit too late to the party. They're trying to find the engage onto the Ari. Camille's going in. Hextech ultimatum drop, but immediately running away. Foul just onto that front line, seeing if he can use the Hex Tech to try to rejoin the fight. However, the pool can't get him out. Grabs the lantern from pooled form and escapes. Baron on 5 members for Plakinators.
Yeah, that was a really good pickup of the Baron there after a massive overextension from the side of Coin. But at the same time, this could only delay the inevitable, I think, at this point. Like, even with the Yi and the Vladimir, I don't know that you're going to have the scaling to really match it. Because, like, as soon as those two go in, you focus down Yi, he dies before he can get off too much damage. Caboose has to make these picks, like, right here.
Flashes, gets the play as well. Death Sentence not going to land. Double bubble from the Nami. Drops the Monsoon as well. That's going to land on multiple members. Interest clearing up the entire team from Plakinators. Bouncing Bomb just misses the Thresh, but it's still a double kill to the Ziggs. He's hooked up by the Death Sentence, though, and Vladimir will execute. You get 2, I'll take you down. Aurelia towards the bottom side might be looking to split push, but the defense from Plakinators holds mid. They still got 3 members with Baron.
That they do, and the fact of the matter is that the 3 members of Baron, you're now up against the 2 people that don't really give a crap about your Baron. Baron, remember, does not really help much against AD champions. Only really helps against champions with AP wave clear. Champions like that Ziggs, who you just killed. So now, that Aurelia is going to make mincemeat of those Baron minions, and then she's going to make mincemeat of you.
Foul Jester stunned up. Nice follows duet from Zeno. However, Aurelia still not going to try to dive a turret with a Vladimir. Checking in on that score, 4, 6, and 1. Not the most stellar lineup that you would want to see on your team, but they're holding on. That mid turret is within satchel range of Ziggs, so if they're able to find another siege, hold on, they're actually catching out Hero. Thresh coming in. They found the charm. Hero's going to flash for a moment. Uses the Hex Tech to try to reset the fight. Still goes down. There's the ultimate out of the Xayah. Can she escape? The flash from the Lucian to pick up the kill. In the meantime, Aurelia to the backside fighting Foul Jester. The best 1v1 you've seen all day. Flawless duet will stun up both the Zhonya's and the Yi. Yi goes down. However, Foul Jester staying golden long enough to queue for a little bit of extra health. The ultimate from Aurelia, though, will pick up the 1 kill. Looking for the triple. Looking for the quadra. It's a quadra for Irelia, and Nami steals away the penta.
If I was Zeno right now, I would just back. Like, don't even push the lane. Just back because of the fact that a freaking Nami stole the penta kill.
That's what supports do. They burst your dreams, hopes, and memes and destroy everything that you love. I mean, as a support main, it's fun to steal away pentas. I don't do it purposefully. At least I claim that I don't do it.
That's actually the one thing I've actually ever like screamed into my mic while playing League, out of anger, was when somebody stole the first Xerath penta I would have ever gotten as a Xerath main.
Aww.
I was in a call with 6 people at the time. None of them were in that game.
Oh.
They weren't too happy about it.
I'm sure their ears were bleeding slightly. Well, with 2 inhibitors down, Plakinators were starting to mount a very gentle comeback, and now they are once again in a pit of difficulty. They've got to find some measure of success. There's a lot of standing gold from Team Coinflips. In fact, They have not lost a single turret this game. Though this push from Plakinators in the mid lane might try to change that as Plak's going to step forward. They're going to start it up. Camille's off to the side, so is Intra. They have their ultimates available. Xayah and Nami a little bit slow to save that first tier turret, but they're trying to set up for the collapse. Xayah going to lose a little bit of health, but the calling has been used by the Lucian. In the meantime, Hero ultimate onto Arcane Vix. They're trying to set up for the Super Mega Infernal Bomb. That's going to take out 3 members. Make it 4 as Caboose is going to follow as well. He gets the death sentence. It's not going to mean a thing as Yi was split pushing on the bottom side, trying to clear up the super minions as they were coming in. But that should be the end of the game as a near ace for Team Coinflips. And yeah, just some bad positioning from Plakinators without any vision.
Yeah, and here, this is just going to be the last dying gasp of a wounded beast there. Gwydion going down, that's going to be a clean victory there. Well, mostly clean victory for the Coinflips. Looks like you were right there.
Well, better analyst, what can I say? Just kidding. The Vladimir, definitely one of those champions that can.
I guess I was thinking about it in a vacuum and didn't consider Omewrecker Rod of Ages Thresh.
Right? You gotta think about all these sorts of things. They're going in for extra kills. Bad the KDA stats. Camille almost gets out. Charan gonna take a little bit step too far onto the fountain. Plak almost goes down, but the Nexus exploding saves him. And ladies and gentlemen, you'll have your winners for game number 1. That will be Team Coinflips, which honestly won on a coin flip because of this Thresh build.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the Thresh build. Caboose, mad respect, but at the same time, that build sucks, man. I'm just being honest.
No BM, but a little BM.
No BM, none whatsoever. But that build sucks, and you would have been so much more useful if you had something that could have actually helped your team, like maybe a Knight's Vow. Like, I think a Knight's Vow, when you have a Lucian and a Yi, that absolutely would have been a massively pivotal thing. It would have given you a lot of defense against 3 out of the 4 members that you're worried about having damage to you.
All right, well, running through MVPs and honorable mentions for the side of losing side, Team Plakinators. Gonna give the honorable mention over to.
Hey, I'm the colors.
Okay, all right, fine. I said, I'll do round 1 if you wanted to. Go ahead.
I will give MVP to Hero from the side of the Coinflips. And for the Plakinators, my honorable mention will actually, I gotta give it to the Vladimir there. Foul Jester tried so hard, got so far, but in the end, didn't even matter.
Wait, okay.
That was a mark reference for those of you who.
There's an honorable mention, and again, it's fine because you're new. There's an honorable mention MVP for both sides. So,
okay. Well, then my MVP for the side of the Plakinators will be Foul Jester. Honorable mention, despite the crappy build to Caboose, because the hooks were one of the major things keeping them in the fight, I will give the backup MVP on the side of Coinflips to Intra.
All right, so honorable mention to Intra. I actually agree with that. I agree with that. The Ziggs is doing really good, but the Camille between low deaths and early game aggression. Camille level 2 ganking the top side and then trying to counter jungle the Yi, stealing away those blue buffs, coming to the bottom lane several times in the early game, setting up the bottom lane each with a kill, which meant that they could sustain in a lane in which you would think the Thresh and Lucian would be doing a lot better. Yeah, I could definitely agree with that. All right.
I think that right now, like, all of the numbers are very understated for the impact on that game that Hero had. I feel like Hero was definitely the MVP of that game.
All right. Well, we are going to take a very quick break and be right back for game number 2. Very quickly, I want to explain the loyalty point system. I reset because there was a handful of people that had over 100,000, some with pushing 200,000 points because of the gambling thing that they were playing with on Tuesday, and it was nuts. It was crazy. It was ridiculous. I reset it. We're beta testing it to see how things flow. However, I have given most people that were online at the beginning of the stream 300 points. If you did not get your 300 points, I will be happy to give you, if you are like 5, I will give you your 300. I'm not sure what happened to Nova's other 100 points because I think that might have been because of his bet. Yeah, I've not closed the bet yet. I've not closed the bet just yet. So you'll get that back in just a second. We're gonna take a quick break and be right back for game number 2. Don't go anywhere.